Hey guys, it's Rick Shaw here. It's the 19th of January, 21, and we're having a little bit of a spitting contest with the rain. We're in a low pressure cell. We were out visiting with our buddy, just Faye and I, in Tondo with Tropical Tim. And by the way, Tim, happy birthday, buddy. And we've both been suffering some back problems for these last weeks, but if you watch the weather, we've been in this crazy low pressure cell. Not much we can do about it. Grin and bear it, I say, and go with the flow. But we're having a nice day. It's very cool again. Excuse me. This is the coolest stretch of weather we've had here, and I've actually been in the coldest 2 days a week or so ago. This is just unbelievable here in the Philippines. A lot of people are liking it, but I don't. I don't like it at all. I like the heat, and it was good to get over it. Tim's, it seemed like it was a little warmer over there, but we got to cruise around through the tunnels. I haven't been keeping up too much on the political stuff. Just sort of been glancing at it because we've been pretty busy out there. We had Tim over here for a short while, too short, and we were out for his, but we had to get back, because I don't like to leave the babies anywhere. But just a quick trip out there and back. I'd never been to Tondo and got to go through the tunnels. And I want to thank Tim for being just such a wonderful host to us while we were there. I was very surprised when we walked through there. It didn't matter how far we got from his place, they knew him. They weren't saying, "Hey, Joe," or stuff. They were saying, "Hey, Tim," and coming up and embracing him and being just sweet to him. When you see things like this, I don't go by what people say, I go by what I see. When you see things like this, you just find out this is a real genuine guy. It was one of the reasons I wanted to meet him, because of all the stuff he does on his channel. And it's a continuous thing with him. He just does it every day, and we ran into some super nice people. And I'd like to go out there again. I'd love it. I'd love to meet his wife. My wife would love to meet his wife. She's been going back and forth on the messenger with her. We already know she's a sweet girl. It's just the way it is. How could she not be? So, Tim, my hat's off to you. I really, out of all the people I met in my life, I just can't believe what a nice fellow you are, and I'm glad I run into you. I'm serious. I'm super glad. So, and he's got a birthday. I'm just probably talking to his sweetie on the phone. They're kind of day and night type thing. I know how that goes, because when I was courting my sweetie, it was the same thing. So, and I always tried to stay up late as best I could and talk to her when we could. But we're doing really good. It seems like our construction over here is done, but I thought it was done. I'm going to take a little walk and show you guys something. And I was hoping it was done, but I don't know what's going to go on. But we're going to walk up the street, and now I see a bunch more blocks, and I see a boatload more sand. And it really sucks with this sand, because the wind is always blowing from north to south. So, our floor is just completely dusted. It was like over at Tim's place when you walked out on his porch. You basically had to have slippers on, because it was just so dusty. And he was out there sweeping it it seemed like every couple hours, and we're going to be running back into that again. Now we got a big pile of sand over here, so the construction's going to start again. It's pretty noisy. I don't like it, but going to have to get used to it, because our house is in our development. I believe there was 47 units going up, and we're the first ones that'll be completed. Now, there are some different units that are along the side, the auxiliary road, where we drive up to get there in our little section of this development. And those ones have been up. A couple of them were the models. Some people are living in those, but it don't seem like any more are going up. But ours is the very first one. And So we're going to be, you never want to be the first one into development, and I didn't plan on doing that. That's for sure, but that's the way it worked out. So that's what we're looking forward to. But I haven't really been keeping up on the political stuff. I just saw a couple things from John Masters. Didn't even watch them all because of my signal. Couldn't, with the buffering and all that stuff, because I'm getting kind of late in the day for good signal. I got up a little bit later than normal. I'm usually up around 4, but today it wasn't until about 4:02. No, I got up about 5 or so. But I still working on this foot. We're going to go down to the doctor today and get this toe fixed. I wound up getting a little bit of an infection in this toe. I walked into a shopping cart. They got these shopping carts at Walter Mart. All of them are like this. They do the carts here, just so you guys know, the shopping carts. The back wheels are not locked like in America, and then the front ones are on the casters. These dang carts, all of them are on the casters. And the store, we were in the store with Tim, and he was amazed. You set the cart up against the thing because you got to kind of wait in the aisle to go through the lines. We went on a Saturday, and the cart just walked across the aisle because the store is on a downhill. And my wife, whenever you can park on one side or the other of this mall, and she doesn't like me to park on the upper side because you got to push the cart up. A lot of times we shop, we do 2 carts, and so she wants to go down the hill to the car. But these carts, they go cattywampus on you as soon as you get some weight in them. They turn sideways like this. So I was walking out the store, and I didn't hit the wheel. I hit the bracket that holds the wheel, and it basically cut straight into my toe, almost to the bone. Well, I guess I wasn't quite satisfied because on the next step I did it again, cut right down to the bone, and I think some dirt got left in there, so it's infected pretty good. And then yesterday it swelled up. You can watch, I don't know if my wife will have the picture or something, I'll have to find it, but Tropical Tim did Dr. Tim on my foot. So he had my foot wrapped up pretty good. So that was good. We got her fixed up, but we got home again last night. My wife cleaned it out, and I squeezed it and got some stuff out of it, and it wasn't blood. So I'm going to the doctor today, probably going to have to go on antibiotics for this. Yeah, but the swelling, we cleaned it up really good last night, and I squeezed some of the pus out, and it's the swelling's way down. It's way down now. And when we sit out here, I feel sorry for Tim. I got to keep it covered because the flies here. We just got all flies. He was even freaking out that wow, what's with all the flies? And it's just because of the dog poop. And I was thinking, man, why don't he have them out at his place? Now we walked. The first night we got there, we went through the tunnels. I didn't film or anything like that because it was so dark. And we went through the tunnels and watched a video on that one, tunneling in Tondo, and then the next day, we took a big walk. We got up in the morning, we had our breakfast, and we took off for a walk. And I just did snippets on the film. It got to be 20 minutes, guys. Sorry it got so long. But and it wasn't the whole walk. It was just snippets. So we were walking. But the entire time that I was in Tondo, I didn't see one dog pie. I mean, if a dog goes... And I didn't see that many stray dogs either. Not like here. So I was amazed at Tondo and the friendly people I got down there. And you go by some of these little holes in the wall, you might call them, and they're pretty fabulous inside. Some of them are just decked out. I didn't want to film inside of somebody's house. Tim showed me some pretty nice places, but I'm not going to just start filming in somebody's casa, you know what I mean? And felt a little bit embarrassed. We did a little bit on Tim's porch, but we went around. His place, my wife and I were talking on the way home. If we didn't have children, I could live in a little tiny place like that. I think if I ever went back to the States, I'd be kind of a tiny house guy. I had a big house. I had a 3,800 square foot house, kind of by myself. It was, it wasn't a 5-bedroom, it was a 4-bedroom, and I had this great room over the garage. I think it was 28 by 36, and just putting furniture in that room, it had to be big furniture. But I kind of don't ever want to go that route again. I did it because I could, and I had that big place. Man, I just don't want it. Tim's place, I thought it was very efficient. I'm all about efficiency. I liked it. I told my wife, yeah, and my wife was like, yeah, this place was cozy. You had a little loft thingy up there, and so it was pretty cool. It was very nice. But he was asking about if he moves out of Tondo, about coming like to this area, and we were both talking about Faye and I. Went, no, you don't want to come around here if you want to do even his super duper expensive data package he has that he pays monthly on his phone. Doesn't work here. He had to, when his football game was on, he had to go stand. He was standing over there for about an hour under the water tower, because it's the only place here you'll get signal. And sometimes, even if you drive out to the shack and drive over there, you still don't get it. I don't know why. And then during the times of the day when pretty much in the morning, 8:30 comes around, when the kids start their school, boom, you're done. You don't get nothing. I can't watch anything, which is cool, because we're busy with the kids and we got stuff like that. I put up videos and we'll load them. Usually we'll go, we'll take them. We'll take them out to our friend's house and upload them pretty quickly. Sometimes they load here. Sometimes. But you never know. You just don't know what you're going to get. It's just life's a box of chocolates. That deal. So, but we did good. We had decent parking over there. Nobody messed with anything. I tell you what, I ran into, I couldn't believe just such nice people. You hear stories about Tondo. You hear a bunch of stories about that. I didn't see any of that. We even went walking out at night. They had a big fiesta there that was canceled, and it was so funny. You could see the frustration in the police, because they had an older policeman, and he was with some guys that were probably in their 30s. They were PNP probably for a while, and they had the Baron guys, and they was walking around with their Filipino sticks that they'll whack people with, and all armed up. The police were armed up, and they were walking around. They just were, you could tell they were wanting to bust somebody. But they could. I was leaning off the balcony watching them the whole time, because the Filipinos said, okay, yeah, you canceled it? Sure, okay, it's canceled. So they partied. This is a big tradition that's been going on here forever. I didn't see anybody like falling down drunk or anything, and we went past some places, and so many people invited us in for dinner, and I was like, that night I didn't, I don't want to go over to somebody's house, even though I'm invited. I just thank you, no, and so we just kind of cruised around and, hey, how you doing? Forget, we did the tropical thing. Hey, how you doing? Forget about it. So that it was a very interesting thing for us. So I don't want to make this too long, guys, but I just want to tell you about our trip. And of course, the kids got to go over to our friends, and we left them some money for haircuts and stuff like that. So the boys got some, I'll show you in the next video, they got some nice haircuts. They look really good, nice and sharp. And our friends sent pictures of the whole haircut. I always do that too. Whenever we're getting a haircut for the kids, we take that. But just having another wonderful day, starting out good here. Not too bad, but I hope the sun comes out. I think it might. So you guys take care. Don't forget to pray for each other. And this is Rick Shaw out.